Hello. So we just thought we'd do this quick video for all you parents about how we're going to return to training and how we're going to return back in person as of what will be next week. So I'm sure you're all aware that as of 12th of April, things are changing. And we've had some updates from the Department of Culture, Media and Sport about framework for return to combat sports, which obviously is us, and some return to play guidance. So just to give you a bit of an understanding of that, all sports are having to submit a return to play policy. It's basically a framework for how they're going to get back to, full normal contact, whether that's sport or whether that's martial arts. Okay, so we've had one for jiu-jitsu approved. So that's good news in that there's actually one out there. And we've had the communication from the Hall hire, apart from South Woodland Ferrers, who we assume is saying, yes, it's a go for the Thursday. We're just waiting on final confirmation, which I believe will come Monday.
Because they've been furloughed until Friday.
Yeah, because they've been furloughed, so they've not been responding to emails. So, so we're assuming that's all good, and we'll go forward from Monday with them.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Come with that.
So we can now return on the basis very similar to what we were before lockdown, where we're going to be back in the halls training with bubbles, okay, and we've got a maximum of 15 people, again, a bit like we did before. Yeah, Heritage Centre's confirmed. So this means that Tuesday, going to be back in the Heritage Centre with the junior sessions, and for at least the next 5 weeks, we're going to do this, and you're going to have to carry on training with parents and kids training or with a sibling. And basically, a couple of bullet points here. We're going to do that, one, to ease the kids back into in-person training. All right, so we've had a long time on Zoom, so we're going to ease that back in. They can only make one bubble across all contact sports / clubs. All right, so we could potentially have the kids training with each other together, but if they do any other sport, and they're in a bubble for something else, then obviously we can't create another new one. Also, we're teaching at different locations, so we can't bubble with the kids because we're teaching across different locations, different classes. So to have all the kids on the mat together and us not be able to jump on and supervise and get involved, we didn't think was going to be appropriate or safe, particularly, especially when they haven't been able to train with each other for so long. So we're going to go with the strategy, and it's really the only way we can do it, that we had before, where the kids are training with parents on their individual mat area. Okay, so yeah, I think that kind of the major point of that is that actually you're basically acting as a glorified grappling dummy, because until the 17th of May, there's no such thing as group exercise. You're not allowed to do group exercise for adults. So if you guys were exercising with the kids, so doing some of the warm-ups or whatever it is, then that would possibly count as a group exercise. So what we've got to do is make sure, and we'll keep reminding you through class, although it's a bit of a bummer, grown-ups, if you can, during the warm-ups, just be there to supervise, encourage, like you have been doing a great job on, then that's fine, as long as you're not doing the warm-ups and things like that. And then you're there to be their grappling dummy and help them with all their techniques like you've been from the beginning. So not too many changes. And then going forward, step 3 of lockdown relaxation on the 17th of May, allowing group exercise for adults. At this point, you can consider the session exercise for you. So if you want to join in with the warm-ups, with the games, all of that stuff, then you're back in. And then what we will do is look at the format again at that point to see what we can do. So whether there's been any relaxation and we can actually then get back on the mat with kids and go back to the very, very original year ago format that we had when we had the kids classes then, or whether we've got to maintain some sort of distancing. We're just not sure yet. Okay, so
things are changing quite rapidly, aren't they?
Yeah, they are changing quite quickly. So on top of that, a big thing is thank you very much for your support. All right, we know that some of the kids have found it hard being on Zoom for so long, combining that with their school time and everything else. It's a lot of screen time. So we really appreciate those that have been able to keep going with it, and also the ones that have been able to keep going with the kids maybe haven't felt as engaged with it or whatever. Being back in person, obviously we hope that that's going to change that and they'll find their enthusiasm again for it once we're back. So thank you very much, and we will see you on either Tuesday or Thursday. Same basis.
99.9%.
Yeah,
we'll confirm that one after the videos come out.
for South Woodham. And just like before, we'll put a message out earlier in the day for you to then book in so that we know how many people are coming. All right. So thank you very much and see you next week.
Cheers, guys. Thank you very much.